How long would you wait before expanding your business? This is kind of a neat question. Given that I work with entrepreneurs who are, if they've never been punched in the face because they've never made a mistake, then every entrepreneur I meet is very eager to grow, very excited to grow, and always looking for kind of the next thing that's going to propel them to the next level. Contrast that with the entrepreneurs that I get a chance to work with who have been punched in the face, who have had their share of mistakes or battle scars. And they are always very reluctant to grow because it tends to be growth that put them in kind of the position to get punched in the face, if you will. But when you ask the question, how long would you wait before expanding your business? The right answer is when your business can afford it. And how do you know that your business can afford it? It would mean that first of all, you know how your business makes money, how it actually makes money. So you could look at your profit and loss statement. You could see how much net profit your business is making. And then you could look at your balance sheet and say, okay, so where is that net profit actually showing up? Are we buying more equipment? Are we buying more inventory? Are we paying off debt? Do we have more cash in the bank? And there's a whole bunch of super nerdy math equations that you can use to figure that out. Guys like me use those math equations every day. But there is a way to kind of mathematically figure out whether or not your business is strong enough to do it. And the reason I mention that is because many entrepreneurs who have never grown before will assume that just because they're busy, because they see money moving through their bank account, that must mean it's a good time to grow. They usually don't have a very good handle on the metrics of their business. They're not really sure if their business is actually making money. And so then when it comes time to grow, they really grow because they misread the busyness signal instead of looking for the market opportunity or the profitability signal, which is what other entrepreneurs who have grown, stumbled, kind of figured their business out, and then got back on their feet. They know to grow when it actually makes sense to grow. When you've got a strong balance sheet that isn't burdened with debt, you have more than 50% of your revenue coming from repeat business instead of new business. And you now have the opportunity maybe to move into another market, segment, or you've identified maybe a little sliver of the market that gives you an opportunity to say, we could go and grow into this marketplace. We're not going to have to take on investors or equity or debt to do that because our company is very strong and off we go. The reason I mentioned debt or equity is because, again, many entrepreneurs who have never been beat up before will think, okay, I know I need cash to open another shop or another facility or to open a new location in a new city. I'm going to borrow to do it. I'm going to take on investors to do it. If you've never done that before, then what you realize is if you don't know how strong your business is to begin with, then taking money from a third party, be it a bank or an investor, or borrowing a lot of or leveraging a lot of your personal assets can end up just putting a lot of strain on the business when it turns out that maybe your growth plan wasn't quite as well thought out as you originally anticipated, and then you hit the skids or something really difficult happens in your business and you're not able to rebound because of it. So how long would you wait before expanding your business? You would wait long enough to know that you've got a strong enough balance sheet that can carry you through a plan that inevitably will never be exactly what you think it's going to be. You always can, you can have the best intentions, you can have the best business plan, but oftentimes, because business is so fluid and so dynamic, your plans rarely go according to plan. They are either going to be better than you anticipated or more likely different, and understand kind of what the actual dynamics are in terms of getting more customers, increasing your overhead, and trying to figure out how do you digest that new growth. So wait until you've got a strong balance sheet and then off you go. Now, I should note, not every entrepreneur would agree with that. I'm sure many entrepreneurs would say, no, you go, and you put the wheels on the bus as you go. And certainly that's a strategy. But in my opinion, if you want to build a strong business, build your balance sheet, put some cash in the bank, make sure you don't have a lot of leverage. And then when you grow, you can afford to take the bumps that are inevitably going to come.